Welcome to Sobre, Mesa, a podcast from our table to yours. It's not Vinito Friday, it's
Coquito
Coquito
Friday.
Friday.
We have missed you all so much. Salud. Welcome to our special holiday episode. We are not yet back for season 2, but we just wanted to talk, check in. How have y'all been? How have the holidays been?
Happy holidays to everybody celebrating whatever holiday it is that you celebrate. And if you hate all the holidays, we hope you're having a
Happy
great
December,
time
baby.
anyways.
Yeah. Happy few weeks before the new year.
Happy Absolutely. New Year.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. Shalom.
Absolutely.
We're here to celebrate life.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's been a hell of a year, 2 years.
It's been a hell of a 2 years.
Yeah.
But it's been a hell of a year.
In fact,
Honestly.
that it has.
God.
Well, damn.
Since you last saw us, what have we done? I turned 24.
Happy birthday, baby!
Hey.
Yes, Scorpios. Scorpios rise.
Our next big announcement is Miss Jalbeli got engaged.
Babe. Yes. For those of you that are just listening in, The Rock is featured on her Instagram at Jalbeli.
Yes, it is.
Go
check it out.
Check me out. Yeah, it was quite a shock. Very surprised to be caught off guard as such. I thought a proposal would come in a year or so, but it was last week. So
It happened at my childhood home. I feel very honored.
My abuela was present
yes, it was
Yes.
a whole thing.
That is
So
amazing.
all the families were present at
at the Friendsgiving. It was at the
Yes.
Friendsgiving.
tears were wept. Me
Uh-huh.
and Viv were very excited that now
Quite a touching moment.
we're
Face
engaged
cracked.
Yes, we're all engaged.
We are engaged.
collectively.
Absolutely. Beautifully.
Yeah, so exciting news on those fronts.
Yes. But yeah, no, we've missed you all. We want to thank you guys this year for reaching out, helping us with our relaunch, for all the people that knew us before, and all of our new community members and supporting us. We absolutely love you guys. And yeah, let's get into some holiday talk.
Happy
Yeah.
holidays.
Yeah.
It's my favorite time of year.
I love it.
So special.
Yeah.
It's so cold here though.
It is
very
cold here.
Here in Chicago.
So
Has it already started?
Yes.
well, the snow hasn't hit yet, so like let's not talk about it.
It did snow a couple weeks ago,
It
but
has
it
snowed,
was
Like it wasn't like
Twice.
it was
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like-
sprinkling.
Hasn't stuck to the ground yet.
Yeah,
but
like we
the-
can
the
still
winds be
wear.
chilling.
I can still wear my pea coat. I ain't got to bring the bubble coat out yet. You know.
Yeah, the black puffer.
Yeah.
The black puffer. Are you from?
Yeah, I'm
the-
enjoying the Miami Christmas while I still have it, since I am moving back to Chicago in March. So that'll be
Hey!
great to move midwinter because we know it still snows in March.
Oh,
That's the
Maybe.
tea. The jefas are reuniting for
Yes.
season 2. You will see us all together
In the same room.
in
Oh,
the
I can't
same
wait.
room. I know.
Big things.
So holidays, right? One thing that differentiates a lot of Latinx people from just like plain old American Christmas per se is Noche Buena.
Noche Buena is
Mhm.
Christmas.
It is Christmas, baby.
Navidad es
Yep.
Noche Buena. Noche Buena is Navidad.
Period.
Yeah.
Now, we all know that Christmas is the day that Jesus was born, if you follow the Christian Bible, right?
Yeah.
Although it's been proven that Jesus was probably born in July, if you think about it. But
No.
A cancer.
a Cancer.
Face crack. But the day that Mary went into labor was on Noche Buena. That's when she was having the baby. And that's when Latinos celebrate Christmas.
Mhm.
So a lot of the time growing up, we would have our big Christmas celebrations on the 24th of December. And it's like a huge party. That's when everyone dresses up. That's when we have the big dinner. That's when you stay up. You don't actually open your gifts until midnight Christmas Day. So
Mhm.
everyone stays up. You're drinking, baby. You're laughing. You're dancing. And then everybody stays up on Christmas Day.
And I remember as a kid, like, everybody talking about Christmas morning and whatever at school and waking up and getting their gifts. But, like, we would get sent to bed, depending on how old we were, right? Like, maybe 8 p.m. by the time you're, like, 6 or 7. And then you would get woken up at midnight to go
So baby, open your presents.
Gift time.
because
Somehow.
Santa Claus came and Niño Jesus has the gift for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because one of my really close friends, right, and she grew up like just like typical American Christmas, so now she always comes over to my house on Christmas Eve
That's
because we have like a big so we have like the big party on Christmas Eve, and she goes
Yes,
home.
that's what's kind of nice about it because friends who aren't Latin American and Noche Buena isn't such a big deal. I always end up inviting them to our Noche Buena, which is kind of fun because like they usually don't do anything. So they're like, oh, sure, like I'll come over because Christmas Day is a way bigger deal for them. But for us, like Christmas Day ain't nothing. You
There's
know,
Christmas Day is
it
about
was. It's
leftovers.
Yeah.
really nothing. I mean, it's like you said. We talked about this earlier. Like you're saying, like it's more of like a lounge day. Everyone's in their PJs, just
Oh yeah, baby.
chilling.
We're
Make a
eating
little
the
breakfast.
leftovers. We're
Yes.
watching Christmas
Mhm.
films, and we're just like chilling in the matching PJs, of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
That's an American custom
Right.
that I
You
do
guys-
enjoy.
Yeah, every single Christmas, my mom pulls up, wakes me, knocks on my door. She said, "Here's your pajamas. You better change."
Yeah,
quick."
come on, baby.
It's
You're
very
needed for the
No,
picture.
it's very sweet. We've always done like a little picture. Like when we were really little, my parents would like get down on their like floors, and then they'd have me and my sister like get on their backs, and we take like a little selfie moment next to
That's
the
so
tree.
cute.
Very
That's so
sweet.
wholesome. But yeah, Christmas Eve, Noche Buena is when people bring it with the outfits. Like that's when you dress
Oh, yeah.
up.
Yeah,
You put on
baby.
your best Christmas dress and your heels, and you take all the cute family pictures, and then you do all the gifts late at night. And everybody sits around and watches everyone open the gift one by one. And I remember the first time that my boyfriend, who's American, saw me open a present on Christmas Eve. He like freaked out because he was like, "What are you doing? Like, you can't do that. Like, you have to wait till Christmas Day. That's the rule." And I was like, "Honey, that's your rule." Like here in Latin America, we open the gifts on Noche Buena, so too bad. And now he doesn't say anything, but he learned the
I know
first
some
time.
people, they like in like American Christmas, I've heard of some people say they open one gift on Christmas Eve and then the rest they open on Christmas Day, like the stockings.
Sometimes my parents did that. We usually I grew up here. Both of my parents grew up here mainly, so I never did Noche Buena.
Okay.
I've never done it.
You gotta come sometime.
Here
baby.
we go.
And see, now I get to be invited.
Yes.
Yes,
But
please, come
yeah,
on
like
now.
none of like my mom's family does Noche Buena.
Yeah.
So like we do celebrate like the 24th, but it was always just about like going to church because me and my sister like we always like sang in the choirs and like for the service. So yeah, so we went to like we did like a whole thing during the day to like celebrate, get ready, and then we like dressed up. We went to like church, mass, and all that kind of stuff. Stayed up till midnight. Sometimes my parents would let us do one gift before we went to bed.
Cute.
And then Christmas Day was all about like the dinner. We have like my parents always host Christmas, so we always had
the ham.
The ham.
Gotta get
Of
the
course,
ham
the
in
ham.
there.
The ham
And
is
then we always
important.
have like our family come over, and then we dress up for that day as well.
That's nice.
That's cute.
Half
We
of
see
it's in the pages.
As we've gotten older, my sister now has children. I have a niece and a nephew. And my sister with these young kids growing up in Miami, so like here in the States, they have been doing Christmas morning since these kids have been growing up.
Yeah.
But it's been like a weird kind of like
Weird transition.
weird transition kind of because we still are doing Noche Buena and we're still like doing like the dinner and like the big event on the 24th, but not opening gifts until the 25th. So it almost feels like the whole way that I grew up, like the dinner, the day, it all leads up to like the gifts. And then like,
and now you're like, well, now we're older too, so the gifts are like, oh my god, a vacuum, an air fryer, which is like just as exciting, but you know, the luster.
I want an
kinda
air
gone.
fryer so bad. What do you mean?
The
No,
magic.
I know.
Okay, girl.
Hey.
Hey, maybe Santa might be nice to you this year.
I've been very good this year. I deserve an air fryer.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, my mom always sort of did the compromise a little too, where we had to wait for Christmas Day for the Santa Claus gifts because it was like her way of adopting like a little bit of the American traditions, but still like letting us open the Christmas Eve presents like from our relatives and stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
and that was the thing I was saying to you guys earlier. So like I moved here peak Santa Claus years, right? Like I moved few months before my 7th birthday to the United States. And I also moved like from Miami. I moved straight to Miami from Minnesota and then from Miami to New York, where there's a lot of less Latin people in upstate New York, not the city. But so what they would do, my family, because I was kind of like, I was a smart kid, so I was like, what's the deal here? You're saying like El Niño Jesus is one thing, Santa Claus is another thing. And like they took me to like New York City and they made me like give a little like card to the Santa in the little box at the Macy's. Of course. But of course, baby. But what they would do is they would split my gifts and they would like, so there would be like my family's gifts. It would be Santa's gifts, and then El Niño Jesus has his own gifts. And like El Niño Jesus gifts were like essentially more wholesome.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, El Niño Jesus like would give me like clothes and like things that I needed for like school that were cool, and then like Santa would give me like toys.
Nice.
Cute.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's cute.
I love
That's
that.
cute. Yeah. So they like differentiate. They're like different people for different things. I was like, okay, T.
Okay.
Yeah.
Work. I know that I stopped believing in Santa Claus
Never,
from a
because they
very
still-
stop. I
Don't
didn't
listen to her.
believe from the time I was like probably like 4 or 5. Like I was so young, and like I was the kid at school that was like, "Meow, meow, meow, you're so dumb.
You
That's not
suck.
real." Like that was me.
You're
the
trash
worst.
for that.
Why would you do that?
Anyways, well, basically what had happened was I was really little. I had lost probably my second tooth, not the first one, but the second one,
Okay.
by myself, like really late at night when I like shouldn't have been up, like everybody else was
And
sleeping.
you didn't tell anybody.
And I didn't tell anybody, and I just snuck it under my pillow, and I was like, "Vamos, güey."
Did you have el ratoncito?
Oh my
El
god.
ratoncito.
Yes, el ratoncito. I forgot about el ratoncito.
I kind of felt like that was more like in tune with the vibes. Like, I
Yeah,
felt
it
like
made more sense in my mind than the tooth fairy.
But like a fairy, no.
No.
A mouse
A
is a
mouse,
real person.
perhaps.
And it was around Stuart Little Air.
A real
Yeah.
person.
But yeah, I remember like waking up the next morning and being like, and I felt the tooth, and I was like, all of it.
It's
is
all a lie.
It's
It's a sham.
all
It's
a
all a
lie.
sham.
And then I went to my big brother, and I was like, all this is fake. And he was like, yeah, but you don't say nothing. And I was like,
Correct.
said,
You don't
okay.
say
I was like,
anything.
you're right.
You're
I
still
don't
trying to
really
get
say
the
smart.
I
gifts.
just want to get the gifts. And then
Because
my
then it
mom
keeps
asked me when I was like
coming.
13, 14 if I still believed in Santa Claus, and I was like, Yulisa, please. Come on, like, please.
Don't be ridiculous.
Like, come on. We've been past this.
Oh my god.
What's like one big like food thing that y'all have at your Christmas or holiday event? Like we have, of course, pernil,
Pernil.
which is pork. So you have ham and then you have pork. We have both. We have both at our Christmas.
Hot take, I actually don't like ham, but pernil
Yeah.
is my favorite. Which is
Well, I love the
interesting.
ham. I love the ham and the pernil.
But the pernil.
Yeah, no, it's everything.
You're just a hater.
I know.
You're
I
a
know.
hater.
What do people do? People just have ham at Christmas and then
Yeah. We
just
turkey
have
at
ham.
Thanksgiving.
You do.
Yeah, I don't
ham.
do
Yeah.
like a chicken.
So sometimes not a chicken or
Because
nothing.
a lot of people don't like ham. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Ham's
Wait.
kind of like a hot take.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh,
I feel like
people
most
eat
people
pork.
like ham.
Well,
That's
it's like
what
a
I
lot
would
of people
say.
don't eat pork anymore. So like people
Oh,
eat chicken.
okay.
I mean, I like ham.
There's many vegetarians, pescatarians. We
Okay.
did smoked salmon last Christmas, actually.
Oh, like the
Oh.
Italians.
At my padrino's house.
Like
yes,
the
yes.
Europeans do that.
They did that, and they did Cuban sandwiches, and I was like,
Ah,
I'm into
nah,
that.
miss
No,
me.
but they
I
were
love
so
that.
good.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
but they were
that's
so
okay.
good.
That's a
No, I
leftover
love
meal.
that.
No. Put it on the bread.
Put it on.
Put it on the bread. I'm about it.
We also do ensalada de gallina. Not ensalada de pollo, ensalada de gallina. You gotta buy hen. You gotta buy. Okay, so that means hen salad. It's just a potato salad with chicken, and yes, we do it with chicken. But traditionally, you're supposed to buy a hen and do it. Now I don't know what the difference between hen and chicken. Like I know hen are women.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Femme.
femme.
Well,
They're
femme.
femme fatales. But I don't know what the difference in taste would be. Miss me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
A lot of meat tastes like chicken.
A
You
lot
know?
of meat tastes
Yeah,
like chicken.
Like a squirrel.
alligator.
Oh,
Alligator.
we went different
Maybe
directions.
when I said I'm from Florida, I'm from
that
Florida.
Florida palate.
Okay, so
The Christmas
speaking
gator.
for the American, speaking for the American point of view, we always do ham for Christmas,
Mhm.
and then my aunt and uncle do Thanksgiving always.
Mhm.
They always do a turkey, but sometimes we do a ham then as well.
They're trying to
we
eat
do a
healthy,
ham at
actually.
Thanksgiving.
We also do
Okay,
ham,
we do
yeah.
Okay.
You do ham too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
both
we
ham
don't
and
have-
turkey.
Sometimes the turkey be dry.
It's dry,
Sometimes
yeah.
you don't want.
I will say in my
Not
family,
if you cook it well.
My mom used to do a turkey and a turkey lasagna because my mom has this like really famous lasagna she does.
It's good.
And
Very
then
good.
for
I've
many
tweeted
many
about
years, thank you. For many years, nobody would touch the turkey. So she started making a bigger lasagna with turkey meat, and that like
Oh,
became
okay.
the Thanksgiving
I
thing, and she
see.
still does that.
I love
Okay,
that.
cute.
Yeah.
Oh, and we also have Venezuelans. We have hallacas. I brought some to the Friendsgiving.
They're delicious.
I have
so
some
good.
left, Jalbeli, if you want to try.
I in fact ate the 3 little arepas that your abuela made me yesterday.
I love that.
I
They're
popped them
very
in the
good.
oven; they were so good.
So hallacas are basically like kind of like the Mexican tamales, but our own version. We have like a harina pan, which is like cornmeal, and that one has chicken, beef, and pork.
Mhm.
And they also put olives in there, and that's a hot take. You know,
Yeah,
like some people.
yes.
You
I
love
love
olives?
Love
I love olives too.
I love
But
olives
there are
in
hot takes.
anything.
Yeah.
Oh my god, in rice.
It's everything.
Like a little moro with like a little bit of olives.
Yeah, we also do pan de jamon, which is like a ham bread that also has olives. Because
Very good.
Venezuelans, they love an olive. They love a raisin and an olive, which is so
Are
random.
there raisins in the hallacas as well?
Sometimes. Some people take them out.
I think the ones that you gave me had raisins in
I think so
Possible.
as well.
They were delicious.
Ooh.
But they're a hot take. I used to take them out, but now I like them.
All right. We
Yeah.
grow.
We grow,
expand
we
our
evolve,
palate.
we evolve. Some people don't put theirs in. Some people, it's like, it's so funny because it's kind of like fruitcake, except for like people actually eat it. You know how people give out the fruitcake, they don't actually eat it. They keep giving out the same fruitcake every year, which I love. By the way. I love that tradition. I think that's hilarious.
There's no fruitcake at my holidays.
Well, no, it's not a part of my holidays, but it's been in my past. It's been sprinkled throughout my Christmases.
Okay.
I've seen fruitcake being passed around. But for Venezuelans, it's like everyone makes hallacas and then they give out hallacas. So then, like, you have your hallacas. Then, like, right now I have my abuela's hallacas in my fridge. I also have my tia's that she brought. And that's like that's the tea. You just like taste everyone's hallacas.
My abuela kind of does for like Christmases and stuff. She often does pastel en hojas and then just like gives them to people as like little gifts or favors. Speaking of food and drink, let's talk about this coquito. Salud, mi gente. So coquito is mostly known as Puerto Rican.
Yeah, it's
I believe it's based in Puerto Rico. Like that's where it originated. But it's basically Latino eggnog. If I were to like dumb it down.
Not as much nutmeg, more so cinnamon and like a little rum moment.
It's amazing.
This one's made with coconut cream and evaporated milk, condensed milk. It has nutmeg, cloves, cinnamon, and it also has rum and brandy.
Yeah, because that's the thing is you have to have like a dark liquor and a light liquor in it. So people are getting so wasted at the Noche Buena.
Yeah.
See, we have the Peruvian version of this, which is called alcarrubina. And it's very similar. It's milk-based as well. It has like evaporated milk, condensed milk, and also brandy, like clear brandy, but it's not even like the type that it's more Peruvian. So it's like a different kind. It's clear.
Oh, I love that.
It's called pisco, which you've probably heard of in like pisco sours and like stuff like that. But it's amazing. So yeah, I didn't know it until recently, but it's a type of brandy. I didn't know. I thought pisco was just its own thing, but yeah, so we do that, and then the secret ingredient is the alcarrubina itself, which is a syrup that comes from a certain tree in Peru that's indigenous like Peru and Chile, and it's almost like a raw honey because it's like the syrup right from the tree. It is so good.
Like
it's really similar, milky. Yeah, it is like a sap. It's really dark. It's kind of hard to mix because it's really thick. And it's so good, and then you throw cinnamon on top. So we also call it like Peruvian eggnog.
You'll have
and
to
it's
bring that
so
next year,
good.
Tati.
Absolutely.
Yes, I will. It's very, very good. Yeah, and we also. Oh, do you guys know about Juanes? Juanes, it's a Peruvian thing. Not the artist. Hold on. Hold on. I realized the way that just came out. Like, do you know Juanes? No, Juanes is a dish.
International superstar?
International superstar Juanes?
Yeah, international superstar Juanes. No, so Juanes is a dish. It's a Peruvian dish, and we always eat it on Noche Buena because it was the food that was consumed by John the Baptist, like at his feast on Christmas Eve, something like that. But it's like a traditional thing, but it's from the jungle, and what it is, it's like it's rice with like chicken, olive, egg, and it's all mixed together, wrapped in a banana leaf and boiled like that. So it's cooked in the banana leaf. It is so
and now I'm hungry.
Good. So when you unwrap it, the flavor of the banana leaf is just all up in there. It is the best freaking Christmas Eve dinner ever. Like, it's my favorite.
You're gonna have to make it that day.
I will. I will ask my aunt for her recipe.
Like this,
I'm trying to have a Peruvian Christmas. I feel like Peru doesn't give enough hype.
No, Peruvian cuisine. My stepdad's
it's the best.
brother-in-law. So my stepdad's sister's husband is a Peruvian man who owns a restaurant
get
in
into
Sarasota.
Get into it.
The food.
Like,
it's the best.
It's fantastic.
Unreal. Peruvians know.
I like it better than Mexican. Don't tell my mom. I love it.
Actually, you know what? Hot take. Me too. Hot take.
Oh, I don't know, y'all. When I think about the things that I crave the most in this world, when I'm randomly having a craving,
tacos.
The number one craving I actually have is for tortillas. So I end up getting Mexican food all the time because I crave a tortilla.
Well, Chicago does have bomb Mexican food.
Oh yeah, there's
so
Mexican food
you can never go wrong.
Yeah.
Really.
It's hard to find Peruvian food though.
It is.
And good
It
tortillas
is.
are good just alone. Like you don't even
Yeah.
need anything on them. You can just roll it up and eat it, and it's delicious. That's how you know you have a good tortilla. Like,
And I
like
do.
what I would do.
And
Period.
I do. Just
And I
roll
do.
them up and eat them.
Absolutely. One big thing about Latin culture, and this is more so Puerto Rican culture. I know Puerto Ricans go hard. Well, they don't play around Christmas. Nobody plays around Christmas, because when you're like Catholic, when you have a whole like continent that's mainly Catholic,
Yeah.
they're not playing
When it comes to Christmas, it's so true.
This time of the year is no joke.
And it's no joke. They already started, because they also don't have Thanksgiving. They've been started, baby.
Yeah.
And they barely celebrate Halloween, so they've been on this.
They've been on this.
But the Puerto Ricans, they also do Tres Reyes.
Dominicans kind of do it too.
We do it too,
We
but
kinda
they
do
go
it too.
like crazy.
Yeah, Three Kings, Tres Reyes Day. It's January 6th, and basically it kind of marks the end of the Christmas season. But the whole point of the holiday, it celebrates when the Three Kings arrived.
Finally
to give
arrived.
Their gifts to baby Jesus, to a
Baby
niño
Jesus.
Jesus.
They came on Latino time.
Yeah,
They
so,
came
so they were late. But basically, like that kind of bookends the season, and at the same time, we get gifts. Like as
Yeah.
a kid, I remember mostly like Christmas. I would get like a gift from like Santa Claus or Niño Jesus, depending on whatever, and like my parents. But then I would get smaller, cuter gifts from like my
Yeah.
aunts and uncles, even like some older cousins, like that type of stuff on Tres Reyes.
I would say that it's more like, if you think about like stocking stuffers, like I think like stockings are a very like American thing.
Yeah.
And we like, I didn't grow up really with. I thought they were just decoration.
Yeah, my mom just put them up for decoration. They never had nothing in them ever.
Even now we don't have anything in our stockings. But like you would get like the more like stocking stuffer, I guess, type of gifts on Three Kings Day.
Yeah, Three Kings Day is huge in Mexico. It's really, really big deal. And we always do the Rosca de los Reyes, which is like this, it's basically a circular, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the way I remember from my childhood. It's like shaped in a circle, and it has like the little fruit pieces on it. And then when you cut it, there are these little plastic dolls inside.
They're
and
like
I used to get so excited when I would find one as a kid.
Yeah, they're like little like nativity figurine.
I think that's so cute.
It is cute.
Yeah, it was really fun. In hindsight, kind of a choking hazard for
Oh,
like small children,
Like your
but
child,
I loved it.
It sounds like me and Viv just said, like a king's cake for Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I had never had
It
a
is
king's
similar.
cake. Like I didn't know that was a tradition until like a couple years ago. I was at work and someone like was working there who was like from New Orleans. They brought in a
I
king's
love
cake.
that.
That's
It
so
was
fun.
very nice, except I cut the slice that had the little plastic
That means
baby
you won.
in it. I know, but I didn't know that was like a.
Don't tell me you
big-
swallowed it.
I didn't, but I like chomped down on it, and I said, "What the fuck is that?"
Actually, at my communion class growing up, in my first communion class, we learned how to make one of those.
That's
so cute.
That's so
very
cute.
sweet.
It's very wholesome.
In my communion class, all we did was pray.
No, we had like a, it was like half the class was like a camp.
Okay.
Yeah, so like half the day was like religion class, and then like the rest of the day was like fun. I mean, still
It was, like,
Jesus
fun.
based
Yikes.
activities.
Jesus-y fun.
Yeah, Jesus-y fun. I mean, we were children,
Yeah.
so Jesus-y fun and non-Jesus-y fun
Not
was
that
not too big of a differential moment.
Yeah.
But looking back, I'm like, God, okay. You know.
Jesus fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
One big thing about Venezuelans that we do, and this is why this is my favorite holiday, New Year's, baby.
Yeah.
Because I know that the holidays can be, as much as they are a celebratory and time with family and time with friends, they can be really lonely for some people,
That's
or they
true.
can bring up a lot of family issues, family trauma, fights. It's not a big holiday unless somebody gets into it, you know, like something like that.
Wait. Let me rewind for a split second before we move on to New Year's, because I want to say one more thing about Navidad.
Tell us, baby.
Okay, so I spent many Navidades as a child in Puerto Rico, and my favorite part about any Christmas ever growing up was parrandas. Have y'all ever been part of a proper parranda?
I have
No, ¿qué es
It's
eso?
like they go out on the caroling.
It's basically
It's
Christmas
like
caroling
caroling.
for the Latinos times 12. Like, it's
Okay.
such
Amazing.
a big deal. And
They
I
go out on
remember
the streets and they sing and dance.
exactly. So it's like a group of people gets together and they're like, we're gonna do the parranda today, right? So typically, typically there's like musicians, there's singers, there's people dancing, like there's like
The
speakers.
community
The
comes out.
community comes together, and if they pick a street, if they're going down your street and they
That's
go
your
up to
street,
your
baby.
door,
You
those
gotta
people
join the
let
parranda.
them in, and you have to feed and give them drinks. Like that's a
Oh.
thing. So like if a parranda shows up to your door, the whole parranda comes in.
So you better
And
have
then you
food
join the
for everybody.
and you join the parranda.
And these are big. So
And these
like
are
20
big.
people.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
like a, and they
20, 30
and they
people,
grow
baby, and they
throughout
keep
the
on
night,
coming
and they
to
keep
San
on
Diego.
Because
growing.
when some people leave, like
That sounds
dance,
really
their
nice.
house, you are welcome to
And
be
now
with
you're
them
part
to
of the
parranda.
parranda. And like we did, I remember in Florida, because obviously Florida, it's like kind of Latino, but like also the whites live there.
Yeah.
But
Everybody lives there,
everybody
actually.
lives there. It's a big old melting pot, right? But like our church, which was like an all Latino church, the only all Spanish speaking church in like the county or whatever, we decided to come up with our own parrandas
That's
where they
cute.
literally like they would start with like the choir and they would have designated houses. So like that they would go to.
That's
nice.
So like I remember one year
That's
our house
cool.
was like the last house, so people were at our house till like 8 in the morning,
I
9
was
in the
gonna
morning.
say, imagine
The last
being
house.
the last house.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah, then
actually,
everybody's there.
When we were, because that one had to be very planned out, right? Because we were only going to houses of like the people from the
And
church.
And we also do live in America.
And
we
we
can't
also
be
do-
walking in people's
No,
houses.
you
Can't
can't
go
be
into
doing
people's
that.
houses.
But we all decided like which houses we're gonna hit in one order, and then those people like prepared with like the food and the drinks and like all of that. But like I remember we hit like the first 2 stops, and we had like 6 more stops, and my mom sends my abuela home like, please prepare, like
Oh,
get the
God.
food going, like
Oh,
do all
God.
that, and then everybody just like stays at your house until they
Until
leave.
they're ready.
Until they're ready to go.
leave. And actually, when we were the last house, there were a couple white neighbors who were like, "What's happening here?" And they're like, "Come on in!" And like,
I love that.
they all join us, and they're like, "What is
Aw.
happening here?" And it's like super,
so
super fun.
sweet.
But yeah, some of my absolute favorite holiday memories are a good old parranda.
Maybe
Wow.
we should make like a little. We could make like a little makeshift holiday playlist that has some Latino like Christmas songs because Venezuelans do a
Yeah.
great las gaitas, baby.
What's your favorite Christmas song?
American?
No.
Oh,
Because automatically in my mind,
Burrito sabanero.
también.
En mi
burrito
burrito
of
sabanero.
course. Actually, mine is
Song
it's a New
slap.
Year's song, but it's in a gaita style because you know the Christmas season doesn't end until January,
That's right.
and it's faltan 5 pa las 12.
Ah,
It's a 5-minute song. It means there's 5 minutes till midnight, and you play it 5 minutes before midnight, and then it like does the countdown with you.
That's cute.
It's
That's
sweet.
cute. That's
It's sweet.
cute.
I like it a lot.
But there's so many like upbeat like salsa that they all put in the parranda.
Baby, yeah, it's your classic. It's your classics. They're singing your classics.
Yes. And then like they show up to your door and you're like, "Ale, canta,
But if anyone was wondering, my favorite American Christmas song, it's "Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays" by NSYNC.
it's a classic.
Yes, that's the best one. It's
90s hit.
objectively the best Christmas song. It's so good.
And you can play it on loop.
You
Yeah,
can. You
It's
can.
good. It's really good. Anyways, child.
Okay, moving on
Okay,
to
New
New
Year's.
Year's.
New Year's.
Año
Because
nuevo, año
I
nuevo.
love a New Year's.
Oh, I love New Year's.
Colombians and Venezuelans do a lot of the same things for New Year's. So
Yes.
yeah. Please take it
If
away.
Puerto Ricans are to Christmas, Venezuelans are to New Year's.
Mm.
We take this seriously.
Yeah.
No games, baby.
No.
Like I tell you, we have a whole song dedicated to it. We have one big, and my mom does not play with these traditions, okay? So I've been growing up with these traditions. One big tradition that we do before New Year's, and my mom has literally forced, like, my friends now who have
To
come
do
to, like,
them.
our New Year's things to do this. She'll, like, if we're going to someone else's house, she's like, oh, I'm going to bring the grapes.
Well, because you can't mess up the vibe.
No, you can't
No.
mess up
This
the
is setting the
traditions.
tone of the
rest
rest
of
of
your
your
year. And like, yes, I understand that sometimes things can be very capitalist and gimmicky and whatever. Pero mira, there's a holiday for absolutely everything, right? If there can be a holiday about you setting your intentions and goals, that's
Mhm.
positive.
That's a
I
good
love
thing.
that, you know? And it's like some of the other holidays tend to be very like lonely. They have a lot of trauma, and like maybe New Year's can too, but it's always a new chance to start over.
Mhm.
You know? And I love that. So one big tradition that my mom has is that 12 seconds before the ball drops, the last 12 seconds of the year, you have 12 grapes. And you have to eat them all in the last 12 seconds. And you have to think of 12 wishes, intentions, goals that you have for the new year. Now, this is very difficult to do. I don't know
Yes.
if you've ever tried to eat
It's hard.
grapes.
12 grapes in 12
you
seconds.
You can't swallow one grape in one chew. You got to
It's
do like a
difficult.
couple chews.
Yeah.
But my mom, she's figured it out. I have like throughout my childhood, I used raisins,
Ooh.
Okay.
Dried grapes.
dried grape, smaller, chewable,
Yeah.
more chewy. But no, she doesn't play about the grapes. So like if you guys want to try it this year, it's also just good to think about intentions and energy. for the new year.
¿Y la maleta?
Y la
Yeah,
maleta.
we do las uvas too, but like my mom does not make us do them in 12 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
That's
No,
so
mine
crazy.
only does. Some people like
We
cop
usually
out, they
just
do
like
the
take our
last
time. We take one and then we like close our eyes and like think of a thing we want this year and then we like eat it. But we do it like really slowly throughout the night.
Oh,
Cute.
some people like cop out and they do it the last minute.
I thought
That's smart.
that maybe, I don't know if this is like true or not, but I'm pretty sure Colombians do it the first 12 seconds of the year.
Of the new year?
Of the new year. So like once the ball drops, once it's like
Once the ball drops.
That's how we define New Year's in America. That's the American
the
influence.
last 12 seconds.
Yeah, well,
We
because I would maybe feel a little bit less like anxious about it if I was like in the new year. I was like, let me eat these grapes, but it's like, no, I gotta hurry up.
Well, that takes out
Fresh, fresh,
the whole American kiss of it all. So if you're
Yeah.
Colombian American as you are, you gotta decide.
You gotta
Yeah,
decide what are
true.
you doing.
Well, I don't know.
Well, 'cause
My mom
I like
never.
the kiss.
I like the kiss.
Yeah.
It's sweet. And even like in the years where I didn't have like a manses, I would like go up to my friend and be like, mwah,
Yeah,
mwah,
kiss,
you know,
kiss
like
your friends,
yeah,
kiss your
your
grandma,
friends, kiss your grandma,
kiss your dog, baby.
Yes.
Listen,
Started off with love. Is like
Yes.
how I feel.
or kiss yourself. Give yourself a hug. Love yourself, baby. I've had some crazy New Year's experiences, and I don't know. I just love like connecting with people. My mom would always be like, I'd hate to spend New Year's alone. I'd rather go to Walmart and just like see the first stranger I see on the street. But that's because my family takes New Year's very like seriously. But I also
Yeah.
think it's nice to like set your intentions for yourself too.
Yeah.
But la maleta.
La maleta.
La maleta
La
is a
maleta.
suitcase. One thing, if you want to do, if you want to skip the grapes and you want to do something else,
Yeah.
if you wanna
It's
do another,
easier.
I'm
yeah.
still cackling at la maleta is a suitcase.
It is a suitcase.
I'm
If you
sorry.
wanna
but
That's
do-
a
okay.
Spanish
if you wanna
lesson for
promote-
today.
If you want to promote travel in your next year, let's say you're going on some trips, or you want to go on some trips, you want to find the money for these trips, right? One thing you could do is in the last minute of the year, or in the first minute of the new year. This one isn't as like pressing.
Hard and fast.
You have to run around your house with a suitcase.
Like it can be empty.
It can be empty, or you can fill it with stuff. Again, sets intentions. You can put
Whatever
like
you
money, clothes, whatever you want. Do
Yeah.
whatever, and then just run around your house. I think you have to do it a number of times.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure my stepdad said 8.
Mm.
Algo
don't know.
así. That's something about like a lucky number of
Yeah.
like
Sure.
laps you
Look
do
it up.
is like supposed to be like
Mm-hmm.
Another one is new underwear.
new underwear and never,
And I don't
never
play
listen
about
to me
this,
right
babe.
now. Do not wear black underwear on
In the new year.
Year's. It's bad luck.
No,
Does
baby.
that bring death?
You gotta bring. I
Just
don't know,
negative-
baby.
from
Maybe a
negative
lot of people were
energy.
wearing
Bad
black underwear
vibes.
in 2019, and then guess what happened?
Oh no.
Tati. Tati.
So-
Was it you?
No, new underwear. You're trying to set new intentions, babe. You're
Yeah.
trying to get everything right and circulated, going well into the new year.
Absolutely.
Different colors depend different things. If you want
Yeah.
like abundance, you wear gold underwear.
Yeah.
If you want
Or, like,
money,
yellow.
or yellow, yeah. If you want money, wear green. If you want love, you wear red.
Mhm.
Look it up. Do these things. They're fun. Look it up. They're fun things to do,
Uh-huh.
and I think it's nice to set intentions for a new chapter.
I
Yeah.
agree.
My mom never she always told us about the like Colombian New Year's traditions, but we never like did them every single year. Like we weren't consistent about them. But one thing she has always done is we have to clean the house on New Year's.
Oh
Eve.
yeah, you have to. You
You
gotta
That's a
cannot-
thing?
Yeah,
You
it's
cannot
I didn't
enter
know
the
about
new
that.
year with a dirty house.
Yeah, like the sheets are
Oh.
changed, the floors are swept and mopped, all the dishes are done. Like your
My
hair
mom-
is washed, everything's clean.
That used to go back in my family. I remember my mom giving the dog a bath on New Year's.
Baby.
She said not in my
Gotta
house.
cover all the bases.
All of us are pristine this
Because
next year.
for real though, you gotta throw out the old year stuff. You gotta bring in the new year.
Yeah. It's clearing out the space.
It's clearing out the space, clearing out your chakras. Maybe get some sage. Be fun with it. Get into it a little bit.
Absolutely.
You know?
Our superstitious thing in Mexico is we burn something called el viejo.
I love
It sounds scary, but
so
it's just it's just a newspaper dummy that we dress in old clothes. So we always used to use my abuelo's like old clothes. We would dress the dummy and then you basically set it on fire and parade it through the streets. And it sounds insane. I don't know if this is one of those, it's not as easy to like, oh, try this at home. Like, as like wearing new underwear. But it is really fun and probably not legal here. But in Mexico, we do it and we do it good. We
Oh,
parade
me
through the
too.
streets
Well.
chanting, singing, like it's basically, and everybody usually joins in, like the neighbors are in on it, like because everybody knows the tradition, and it's just supposed to symbolize like burning the old energy, the bad stuff of the new year. Like I'm sure that I wasn't there at the end of 2020, but I'm sure that that was like a very cathartic thing
Yeah,
for a lot
I'm
of
sure,
people.
yeah.
And yeah, like I love New Year's in Mexico because it's always crazy. It always starts with that, and then there's always a mariachi band that like comes in the house, and you're like,
That's
oh,
it.
who hired them? And like nobody really knows, but like you just go with it. And then like we always do karaoke till 5 in the morning, and it's amazing.
I
It's like
love
so
that.
much
Absolutely.
fun. And
So
I don't know why, but it's always like that. And whereas like the New Year's I've had here aren't exactly like as crazy. I mean, they're fun too, but just like in a different way, you know?
Yeah.
I've had some kooky New Year's in my day.
yeah.
One time we spent a New Year's with some lady that we didn't even know. And then she apparently, my mom met her at like a Walmart or something.
Of course she does.
Yeah, a couple days before New Year's. We didn't really have any plans. And the lady was super nice. And they were like at that long line in the Walmart. So they were talking for like an hour. She's like, hey, I'm having this New Year's party. We had just moved. So we're like, yeah, sure, we'll go. We go. We don't know anyone. Turns out no one knows her either. Like, she just met everyone.
Oh.
She just met all these random people. And nobody knew each other. And nobody knew her, really, except for the one time they met. Where is she? She was drunk, passed out.
No.
She had been drinking all day, cooking for this party, and was drunk. So then whoever, I think her daughter got her up at like 11:30 or something and was like, all right. So then at that point, it's too late to leave because like then we'd spend New Year's in the car and nobody wants that. So we just like, I guess, kind of made friends with the people who were all there. There were like 80 people there. Nobody knew each other.
Find a friend.
Hey, we did. And you know what? That's okay because that's the spirit. She wanted to throw a party, and that woman, she did throw a party.
Did. She wasn't awake for
And
most
I
of
wish
it.
her the best, you know?
I hope she's having a great year this year.
Yeah.
And next one.
Yeah. Okay, do you guys have intentions for the year?
I can come up with one right now.
Okay. Anybody who have one off the top of our head? That you have intentions? Or
Ooh,
goals?
intentions. Oh God. Okay, can I go later?
Yeah.
'Cause I cannot think of anything.
Okay,
right
I
now.
will.
Hold
I
on.
will go first.
Please, please.
Okay, so my intention of the year that I am picking in this moment is
Hey, but sometimes that's what your gut's telling
it's
you.
your gut.
Ooh, listener.
gut reaction. Yeah. My intention for 2022.
Whoa.
Goodness. Is I'm really like taking things out of my life that are not servicing my like artistic needs and wants and goals. I'm like trying to do things that are gonna make me fulfilled and happy and not like cloud my head with like excess worry that's not about the things that I love and care about.
Absolutely.
Period.
That's that.
That's
Period,
amazing.
baby.
That's a great one.
And I agree.
And I agree.
I have something similar, I guess for us and like for us as like a family and as a like company is I hope that by like 2023 we get to focus more on Mi Latinidad centered things and less on like outside not Mi Latinidad centered or like, you know, like of course like our own personal things, but I mean like work wise, I want us to each fill our artistic projects even more. And luckily we've gotten to do that way more this year than the year prior. So I hope to keep growing in that.
Yeah. I think for me, I definitely just want to focus on, like, of course, my growth and creative career and all of that without, like, panicking so much about it. Like, I know for me, like, there will be 5 days where I don't get any auditions, and then I open my email and I just have like 2 that are doing like 48 hours, and I'm panicking. Like, I'm already like, oh my god, my whole life shambles. I have to figure all this out. Like, I need to just like take a breath and be able to know that I'm capable of doing these things without being so frazzled in general with a lot of the things that I've been like approaching in my life. So, you know. That kind of goes with like procrastination in general.
But also like it's a marathon and not a race.
It's a marathon and not a race.
So
and I need to reassure myself that that I'm capable, that I can and I will, and then just not be so panicked about it.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm into that. Yeah, I'm into that. And adding on to that, I just thought of mine, and it's really related to what you just said, because I have very similar problems with panicking and, you know, procrastinating and things like that, which like grad school, I really had to work on. But I'm thinking about it now. I think my intention for the new year is to trust myself more, right? Like if I see, oh, I have 2 auditions due in 48 hours, to trust myself and be like, Tati, when have you never gotten something done? Right? Like, you always get things done. So it's going to happen.
Yeah,
There's no need to panic, right? You know you're going to do it because you can and you will. So I think trusting myself more in general will be great, and also trusting my gut reactions. Like, when I feel that something isn't right, having the courage to say, you know what, this isn't right. I don't really want that job actually, or, oh, this isn't the right thing for me right now. And I think that I just have to trust myself a little bit more, because I tend to doubt a lot, about, oh, but what if I'm giving up something good, or but what if it just isn't right? You really just have to choose yourself over like what you think you should be doing, and just worry about what you know you need to be doing. So that's definitely mine. I just want to trust me more. I got this.
I love it.
I love
You
that so
got
much.
this.
You do, Tati.
Oh my gosh, congratulations to our Tati. She's graduating in like 2 weeks,
Yes.
yeah?
So
Thank
we've
you.
got
I'm very
master's
UM today
graduating
with my
from
orange
UM.
nails and green dress.
Hey,
I'm really
don't
excited.
sleep
Yeah,
on
I'm like
us.
literally 2 weeks away, so pray for me.
So proud of you. So proud of you.
You done did it, girl. You already did it.
Yeah.
Our
It's
jefas
done.
are growing up.
Yeah.
So crazy.
An
Yes,
extra
we
degree in
are.
it.
An extra degree in the Mitch. We got our first masters of La Cuatro Jefas, so
Yeah.
congrats, Tati.
Period. What are y'all's intentions for the new year? Tell us.
Absolutely.
Tell us some Christmas traditions or holiday traditions that you have in general, and which ones are you keeping? Which ones are you throwing out?
Yeah. Are there any like mixed traditions that you guys have you all have implemented between maybe your Latinx and another culture, and you're blending
Yeah.
those things together? Maybe
We didn't even talk about Hanukkah or Kwanzaa.
And there's
Tea.
many Jewish Latinx folks,
Yes.
Latina folks,
And
Right.
hybrid
That's right.
religious affinities.
Absolutely.
Mixed families.
So
Exactly.
if you found a way to mix that all together that's cool and unique that you want to share, or if you're a traditionalist down to the core and you do the exact same thing that your family's been doing for generations, let us know. We want to hear about it.
We want to hear about it. We love you all. Thank you so much again for your support this past year. We can't wait to see y'all in the new year.
Yeah,
2022. We're going to have some more things coming your way. Oh, and we're also doing a little crowdfunding campaign. So if you all want to support Mi Latinidad, please check out our socials. We will be leaving all the details on our socials and on our website on how you can support us coming into the new year and all these new projects that we're doing. And yeah, happy holidays, y'all.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Woo! Happy New
Happy
Year!
holidays.
Love you guys so much.